two, 1, 2. Frequency got the mind caught up, and frequently keep the blind caught up. We do third eye beams with the lighters up. Third eye beams with the lighters up. Frequency got your mind caught up, and frequently keep the blind caught up. We do third eye beams with the lighters up. Third eye beams.
Yeah, remember being in the kitchen, getting to the chicken, water whipping, cutting slabs on my mama dishes, foreign whipping, dipping in and out these foreign women, just a young the curve with grand ambitions, paper coming by the thousands way to spend it, didn't give a fuck if it was rented, hoe still hopped in it, used to do Jersey drive before I started pitching, Yankee fitted, dodging 50 in a pair of Timberlands, without a care, had no fear, just how I'm living, my harsh reality was my excuse to be something different, it's all I knew, even though it feels more to it, not trying to have my body viewed by that mortician, my core switch, the more conscious I became of it, the mind the terrible thing to waste, I rise above it, I lost too many that I love to let my go for none, the war going on outside, ain't no running from it.
But at the end of the day, truth is more offensive than lies could ever be. The truth is the most offensive thing that you can say about anybody. Frequency got your mind caught up, and frequently keep the blind caught up. We them third eye beams with the lighters up. Third eye beams with the lighters up. Frequency got your mind caught up, and frequently keep the blind caught up. Third eye beams with the lighters up.
Ho! Come on in, family. Put your nines up. Come on in. Come on in. Let's get the energy right while you're doing that. I want to know where you're from. Put your nines up and let me know where you're from. We're going to get our gut, our frequency back in order. Lego, what's your name? Who are you? Salam alaikum, shalom, hotep, grand rising to the royal family, Unc and Ma'at. Let's get in tune. Literally, let's get in tune. For real, for real. Come on. Get your body right. Come on, tune up. Oh, did you see what I just did? Yo! I just put the harmony on there so crazy that it broke the bowl. Wow. Oh, I got to give a lesson. Well, y'all got the lesson already. Y'all just saw how I use my harmony to break the bowl. That's crazy. That's great. Look, y'all. Look. Ooh. Yo, I hit him with the A, son, and it broke the bowl. That's crazy. That is crazy. Y'all getting a special treat today. Let's go. Let's go. Who's the first 9 on today that got to see that for the first time ever? Who's the first 9? Let me pull this up real quick. I want to see who's out here. I want to see who's out here. That's crazy. That is crazy. So we're going to need a new bowl. I'm going to have to go back and get the new bowl now. Shout out to, first and foremost. That's crazy, right? Shantiella Cade, I see you. Grand Rising. Y'all saw that? That's crazy. That's hella insane. Shantiella Cade, shout out to you, Grand Rising. Ras Cannon Tafari. Yeah, man. It's a lot of energy, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of energy in here. Y'all ain't never seen nothing like that before. This lesson I'm about to give you is about to be fire. Jasmine Williams in the building. Thank you. I appreciate your energy. Giovanni Basile, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Tanya Smiley, I see you. Grand rising to you. Grand rising to the Royal Hem Sanute in the building. Shout out to Tim Thomas. Yeah, that's that super vibration, man. Super. Wow. And Angela Denise in the building. I see you, Grand Rising. LaVie Bell is with us. I see you, Queen. Thank you for being here. Woo! I'm feeling it today, man. I'm feeling it today. And last but not least, I think, yeah, LaVie Bell was last. But you know what? I'll throw Sonia Sunshine in there. Sonia Sunshine, since we went above and beyond today. Shout out to Sonia Sunshine. Sonia Sunshine. She's a regular. Let me wipe off the crystal flakes here. This is crazy. We learned something today. Okay, so let's get this cracking. We want to talk about today the hidden healer. And this is an important lesson today because a lot of people are dealing with ailments. A lot of people are dealing with ways in which they are trying to heal. And I'm going to give you something today that is hidden in plain sight, I should say. Who's the best healer? You know, between our doctors and people that we go to. But I want to give you a different perspective on healing, how to heal yourself, okay? And what true healing looks like, okay? First and foremost, I don't know if you attended the SoCal lecture or you watched it on the live stream. I implore you, if you have not, to download that stream. I believe we're doing it for $10 now. But you're going to need to download that stream so you can really get the full aspect of the understanding on this, because you have to understand how the human body works and how we are actually composed together and how our energy flows to really get this. But I will give you a background of it so that you can get at least a basic understanding of this lesson. So let me see if I can pull up something here from the lecture so that you guys can get this understanding and get this knowledge. Okay, so basically, your body flows with energy, as we all know. We are energy. Okay, and the way that the energy flows, it kind of flows like this, in an infinite direction, I should say. Okay, and if you've ever seen the infinity symbol, it looks like this. It looks just like that. Okay, and the way that it flows is upward and outward, right? It's got an upward and outward vortex that goes, it looks something like this. Let me show you. Okay, now if you look at numbers 1, 2, and 4, right, and 8, 7, and 5, right, they form this infinity type symbol. Okay, this is what you actually look like. This is you. This is you as energy. If we had to draw you in a two-dimensional form of energy, this is what you would look like. Okay, and the number 9 in the middle, so you can get an understanding. The number 9 is what brings the infinite signals together to give you that symbol of infinity, the reflection of yourself, of your left side and your right side. Okay, so now if you have that basic understanding, you understand how energy is supposed to flow within your body. Okay, and so this is why we utilize the pyramid, because the pyramid was a flow of energy that is in between the original flow of energy of infinity. It's the energy that meets in the middle. Okay, so what we want to do is try to enhance that alternate dimension of energy that helps to complement our flow of energy, our reflection of energy, I should say. Okay, so many of us who are dealing with ailments, matter of fact, not many of us, all of us who are dealing with ailments are dealing with an imbalance of this energy. The energy is not being distributed evenly, somehow, some way, between the Wajatet, between our chakras. See, this is why we need to deal with our chakras. Our chakras is the key to healing our Wajatet, because when they are properly aligned and properly balanced, this energy can flow through us and outward, right? So the crown chakra is where this energy is released. If you are not delving into this science, you are missing out on your actual healing of your body. This is why we do things such as Reiki sessions and stuff like that, because it helps to align these Wajetet. So now what I want to tell you, and I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to play any games with y'all. There is a hidden healer. There's a hidden doctor that many of us don't know about. And quite frankly, it's the main healer for human beings. It's the number one healer for human beings. One of the things that we talk about is we talk about how we are connected with nature. Okay? And a lot of scholars will tell you, get back to nature, right? Eat like this, live over here, live over there. This is how you heal yourself. Drink this root, right? Or buy my compound, right? A lot of the teachers and the scholars and the doctors will lead you down this path, but they won't tell you specifically. They will never tell you specifically where they're getting these things from, how they're doing it, right? Or what the true source of the healing is from. Who is the true healer, or what is the true healer, right? So when you start to study your African ancestry, when you start to study the ancients and how they healed themselves, all roads end up leading to one destination. And it's come to my conclusion and what I've seen in my studies as to who the true healer is. Not only the true healer, but one, if used properly, can also if one if used improperly, can also destroy you. So I'm going to give you some tips here on how to do that. You see, we talk about nature all the time. We talk about the nature, the voice of the nature, or the medu nature, the voice of nature, right? But we rarely, never, ever talk about the significance of a tree. The significance of a tree. You see, in the beginning, they will always talk about, how trees, the tree of life, or the tree of good and evil, right, is present throughout the beginning of time. They will always talk about how it is present, right? But they don't talk about its significance. What is the power of the tree when it comes to human beings? What is the connection that trees have to human beings? You will find this in the Sumerian culture, right? They'll be gathered around trees. And people will say, oh no, that's DNA, but we can clearly see that that is a tree, right? You'll find that in through all different cultures where they are gathered around a specific tree. The Norse dealt with Asherah trees, as we spoke about earlier, right? The large trees, okay, that was in the center of the earth. When we understand what an Asherah tree is, then we get a full understanding of how the energy of the actual world works, the actual planet that we live on. You see, we have lost the art of dealing with nature and embracing nature. You see, the trees, the animals, it's no coincidence that you find all these different animals gathered around trees, living in trees, hiding in trees, right? Eating from trees. Huh? The tree is significant to the health of all life. They say, okay, it just gives us oxygen, but it gives us way more than that. And we're going to talk about that today because it's not just oxygen. You see, the tree is a direct symbol of what we call as above, so below. Everything that you see happening above happens below, and in most cases it's in an opposite direction. When we understand how the energy of human beings flows through our Wajetet, right, we realize that we are essentially a tree that is upside down. You see, Our central nervous system is the tree that is within us, but it's simply upside down, as above, so below. So if we are to balance this thing out and to enhance the power that is within, we have to recognize that our body is a tree. We are essentially trees that can move around. You see, it's the tree that actually gives the earth its energy and what it needs. See, the universe has created us as trees to circumnavigate the planet so that we can exist. The greatest thing that we can do is to plant a tree. You see, the best time to plant a tree is yesterday. The greatest time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. You see, but it's never too late. Why do we need to plant trees? Why was the tree so significant to human beings over time? The tree is our direct force, is our direct connection to the earth in the terms of the circulatory motion of nature. You see, the tree ain't just there for no reason. You never asked yourself, why the hell is the tree there? You never asked yourself, oh, it just gives us oxygen. Yeah, that's a real linear way of thinking. You see, you're dealing with the Tom Who too much. You got to deal with the universal law. You have to embrace the all. Why is the tree there, family? Why was the tree so important to the ancients? Huh? Because the life force, the Wajetet, flows through the tree just as it flows through you. If you take your shoes off and you get to the tree, family, and you learn to embrace and love the tree and align your Wajetet, it will provide healing for you as a human being. See, there are certain things inside the human when he loses his way, when he goes about eating the wrong foods, when he goes about being in the wrong locations, certain things happen to your energy. Your energy loses its power. You see, you got to balance that thing out. It loses the positive and negative energy. Sometimes you can tear your energy. It can pool in one place, right? You can have energy sludge. Sometimes it attaches, right, through openings that drain on your primary energy fields through the chakras and the auras and the meridians. Or you get around certain people and they drain you. Huh? You have debris. You have debris in your energy that can block your energy from doing what it needs to do. It can get backed up, right? Certain pieces of dirt and sand. All these things over time, when you're walking around and you're doing the things that you're doing throughout your life, it creates a stagnation in your energy. Sometimes you could just be having a leak. You could be leaking energy left and right, not knowing why. All of a sudden, you just feel drained. You just feel drained for no reason. You just losing energy left and right. That's one of the most common things today. A lot of us got holes. We just walking around here leaking, man. We leaking, fam. And we don't know why. And that's because we haven't embraced this part of us as human beings, who we really are. We are literally walking trees. This is how we created ourselves from trees. I would almost go into the science that we have a direct connection with the tree as an ancestor. I would almost start to delve into that science when you start really getting into it, when you start seeing what's going on. There is a direct connection between human beings and the tree. Remember back in the day, they used to say, oh yeah, you a tree hugger. They used to laugh as they're dying. Huh? And the tree huggers would be sitting there and they're eating their apples, right? And they're hugging the tree. They call them tree huggers. They used to call vegetarians tree huggers, right? There's a reason why the tree is so important. As above, so below. Your body and your central nervous system acts in this way. This is where the balance comes from. See, when you look at this and you look at this diagram, right? And you realize this is why we do the number 9, because the 9 is that energy that's in the middle that flows upward. When you look at this, you see that the left side is a direct reflection of the right side, just as you are. Your left side is a direct reflection of your right side. Ha ha ha. You see that there? So what's happening is the energy flow is off. There are certain trees that provide a specific healing to human beings. There are certain trees that provide specific healings to human beings. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. From a clinical point of view, they have associated the various human diseases with circulatory energies through tree trunks and have, as we have said today, made a sort of database of trees that correspond to certain diseases. Looks like we're going to have to get into botany. Huh? So, bone and joint disorders, urinary and anal disorders can be alleviated and treated around trees whose leaves are red. Oh. We never asked ourselves, how come this one has green leaves? How come this one has red leaves? How come this one has yellow leaves? How come this one has purple leaves? We've never asked ourselves this. Huh? You ever think that these colors correspond to your Wajatet, to your chakras? Maybe we need to hug our trees a little bit more. Huh? Large and thin bowel diseases as well as genital diseases can be treated around brick or flower trees, especially in autumn and spring. Kidney, stomach, duodenum, pancreas, liver, spleen, biliary, biliaria. How do you say that? Oh, we're dealing with bile here. Biliary bladder and cerebral cortex diseases find improvement around tree with yellow leaves and flowers. Wow! Could our healers be hidden in plain sight? You see, I was wondering why when I come outside, all of a sudden, I get divine inspiration and I'm able to speak to the ancestors a lot more easily. I was wondering why I'm at such peace. I was wondering why when I ground myself for some reason, I just feel great. Why? How come as a child I was so infatuated with climbing trees? I would sit in a tree for hours, family. Anybody that knows me, my family will tell you, I would run in the backyard and the first thing I would do, I would climb the tree and sit in the tree. And I could stay there at peace with the world. Huh? Why? What was it about the tree that provided a sense of healing to my well-being? Wow, how come we eat from the tree for nourishment? Isn't it obvious that the tree is giving or providing something to us, a life force that we need? Huh? How come we can take from the tree a piece of fruit and travel to the othermost parts of the world and eat from what the tree has provided for us to live? What kind of energy does the tree put into the fruit? Where does the energy come from? Well, we know the tree pulls up the energy from the earth, right? When we bury a seed into the sand, it grows from the energy that the earth has provided for us. Huh? And we eat from that tree. Oh, wow. So what does that mean? That means there are certain procedures that we can do to realign with the tree, to realign with the earth. As I told you, when you ground yourself, your foot has receptors on it. You can use your palms as well. See, this is the reason why I gave you the lesson on inner chi first, because you have to understand chi before I give you the lesson on the tree's chi. You see, use the palms to absorb the tree chi, and then send it down into the roots about the feet. Huh? Your feet are your roots. So when you combine your energy with the tree energy, you provide healing for yourself. And there's all different ways you can do this. You see, you can lean up against a tree and meditate while sitting under a tree to absorb the tree's energy, to absorb the tree's inner chi. And you could send yourself, right, into a microscopic orbit, essentially. Come on, somebody. Let's get this work. Let's get this work. You want to really get into it? Let's practice. Start with your palms. If you ain't got it, just start with the palms. Practice with the tree. Practice absorbing the energy of the tree. Pull it in and then give it back. It's the yin and the yang. The tree is what balances you out. There's a reason why it's here. It's not there just so you can get shade from the rain. Such a linear way of thinking. The tree is your direct connection to what's going on inside the earth. Your direct connection to what's going on with the planet. Somebody better hug a tree today. Somebody better learn some botany today. Ha-ha! Welcome to the lighthouse. You're going to get this work. I promise you that. To treat your lungs, your heart, your breast, and thymus diseases, green-loaded trees are recommended. This is also the main reason why many doctors recommend their patients live in mountainous areas. Leave the mountainous areas rather. Their patients with fir trees function as true natural treatment systems. You see, when you're having these certain problems, you want to get to these areas where the trees are. You see, the oath of the trees. You got to get to where the trees are. But now I got to give you the disclaimer. When we're dealing with these healing powers, of the trees, there are some trees that provide energy, and there are some trees that block energy. There are some trees that provide energy, and there are some trees that block energy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a list of trees and what they do for you to heal you. I'm going to put it together for the family, and I'm going to provide that to the family once it's done. You need to understand, I'm just going to give you this disclaimer here. You want to get around trees where that particular tree is abundant to that area. If you have a mixture of trees, stay away from those areas. If there is a mixture of different types of trees, because they block the energy of one another. You see, you want to get to where the area of that tree is abundant with that particular tree. Understand? Let's get into it. Certain trees do certain things. Certain trees do certain things. As you can see here, the energies of several trees of different species can negatively influence the energy circuit within the body. This is the law of science, family. Some of us are living in areas, you say, well, how this person ate right? This person did all the right things, right? This person wasn't stressed out. How come this person developed cancer? Why did this person die? They didn't do anything wrong. Simply their location, the trees that they are around, can influence their energy. It is enough to note that not always approaching two trees of different species negatively influences one of them. Thus, if a poplar and a birch are shown next to each other, the poplar energy paralyzes the birch energy circuit and makes the birch on the common side of the two trees. Therefore, it flows just like electricity. I need y'all to get this. Your body circuit flows just like electricity. So there are certain trees that are complementary to other trees and certain trees that are not complementary to another tree. So you have to learn the difference between the two. Botany is what you need to learn more than anything. You need to learn botany. You need to learn about nature, the one that provides the true energy for human beings. And it comes directly from the trees. They will be directed to the opposite side, to the sides of the birch, as far from energetic vampirism of the poplar. Okay, so do you understand what's going on here? There's an energy flow. And certain trees, if they're next to another tree, that tree will now, its energy will be blocked. So therefore you won't get from it what you're supposed to get from it. It will block the energy. But then there are other trees that are complementary to the tree that it's next to. You dig what I'm saying? The same can happen when people are stationed around several species of trees, each influencing the vital force circuit in the human body and leading to a blockage of it, implicitly to the appearance of disagreeable states of illness. So what does that mean? That means if you got the wrong people around you, and you find yourself amongst certain trees, you are bringing on yourself certain energies that is blocking you just by simply being around them. Woo! Considering we are trees, right? Let's erase the trees for a second. Considering we are extensions of the tree, if we have certain people, not your fault. When these people are sucking you dry, it is simply because you have the wrong individuals around you. It's just that simple. Nothing crazy. You just got the wrong people around you at the wrong time. And you don't have a way to make that connection, that divine connection to bring your energy into its most powerful state. They're sucking you dry. You understand? So make sure that the people that you have around you are conducive. There's a reason why when you sit under a tree and you read, you are at peace. There's a reason why these things happen, family. There's a reason why the tree does something for you. You say, you know what? I love sitting beside this particular tree or that particular tree to go read. You can read better beside certain trees because certain trees will enhance your cognitive brain patterns, your ability to retain the energy. There is energy that permeates from these trees. There's a reason why in ancient times you find them, they say, yeah, cut down the Asherah poles. Cut down the Asherah poles. Why? Because these poles were heightening our consciousness. See, when the Tammuz came, their agenda was to cut down the Asherah poles. The same poles that gave the consciousness of the Nephilim their extensions, that gave the consciousness of those divine beings that were placed here, that gave us knowledge as well, the ability to do what they did. You see, there's a reason why lightning always finds a tree to strike. Huh? If you know anything about electricity will always find its least area of resistance. It will find more electricity to cling to so that it can keep flowing. It's just like water. When water, you connect one water source to another water source, that water source will combine with it and it will be more empowered. You see? So it's the same thing with trees. There are some trees that block the energy, and it's the same thing with you. When you get around certain folk, they're either going to enhance your energy or they're going to block your energy. It's up to you to get around the right ones. But in order to do that, guess what? You're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to read up on trees. You're going to have to know which tree does what, family. You see? Salivary proximity has a calming effect on women during menstruation when a general irritation condition occurs. It is good to have in your workroom some slingshots placed either under the carpet or behind the library in order not to be unnecessary. The energy of the lemon stems will last for 30 days, after which you will have to cut other fresh ones. Just make sure that the distance between the branches is not more than 6 meters in length, so as not to get out of their reach. Ritual to remove a person from your home. Okay? You need some squid thorns on an old mature. There are certain trees, certain leaves that you can use. All these different trees provide healing. See, this is the part that the doctors or the healers either don't know or aren't going to tell you. They think the key is just going around cutting off leaves and eating the leaves. Man, get to the source. Get to the source. I keep telling y'all, stop going to the middlemen. Stop going to the middlemen. Get to the source of where the energy comes from. Get to the study nature, because nature knows where to go. It knows where the electrical source is. It knows where the flow of this energy comes from, and it don't have no problem finding it. We the ones that have lost touch with nature to understand who really run things. It's nature that run things. It's not human beings. It's not a doctor. It's not a healer. It's not some teacher, some guide, some grand high master. somebody that's claiming to be the king or the ruler. It ain't none of that. Nature will destroy them in a twinkle of an eye. You see? Most of them are dying anyway. They dying just like you. And they on a scramble to figure out what they need to eat. Huh? What herbs they gonna drink today. The herbs and that's little things. The herbs, that's little stuff. You see? When you get to the source, what good is the herb now? You with the source. Never mind having a cup of herb juice when you can go right to the herb creator and hug the herb, where the energy comes from. The herb is just so you can take it on the go. Huh? Instead of always taking fast food, sit down in a damn restaurant. Huh? Sit down and have a good meal. Sit at the foot of a tree and heal yourself. Hug a tree today. Figure out what your ailment is and which tree has a direct connection to that wajatet, to that chakra to provide healing. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the lighthouse. We got some believers that's going to live today. They want to live. They don't want to play games with it. Huh? We have scholars in the lighthouse. We don't play games. Let's pay some bills.
Imagine not needing to rely on certain man-made drugs for the rest of your life. 9 Essential brings you the best organic turmeric powder. Turmeric is an amazing herb which has anti-inflammatory functions due to its bioactive compounds. Our product range is a safe and easy-to-consume turmeric powder that is based off ancient remedies that have worked for years. Turmeric reduces the pain that people with arthritis feel in their joints. It protects the liver from being damaged. It reduces the risk of cancer. It protects against heart disease. Visit www.9essential.com to learn more about our products.
With that being said, family, if this video did anything for you, please donate to the Lighthouse. JamarMilton@gmail.com is the PayPal. Okay, if you would like to get you a Lighthouse Power Bracelet, it's a meditation bracelet that we use to get to those higher dimensions, to enhance our Wajatet, to enhance our chakras, to reach those above the head. And you want to get you a Lighthouse Power Bracelet to help you enhance that. Lighthouse Power Bracelets are for donations of $50 or more. Okay, get you a Lighthouse Power Bracelet. We have many of our family rocking the Power Bracelets today, and we have some in stock. If you would like to get yours, it's a donation of $50 or more to JamarMilton@gmail.com. It helps us pay for the studio and things of that nature, or give one to as a gift to a friend. Also, if you would like to get you a Lighthouse t-shirt, all proceeds go to the Lighthouse Detroit, Cleveland, in which we are raising money for water for Cleveland, for Flint, Michigan. Okay, actually, so if you want to be a part of that and you want to rock your Lighthouse t-shirt that you see all of our family walking around with, such as myself, I mean, they some pretty nice t-shirts. They dope. So if you want to get you a Lighthouse t-shirt, such as the shirt that I'm wearing today, they're for donations of $30 or more. The PayPal is on the bottom of the screen there. Okay, it is paypal.me/lighthouse DETCLE if you're trying to get you a Lighthouse t-shirt. Also, the next lecture that we have up is going to be in Lighthouse, upstate New York. We're actually going to be taking a bus tour as well, a homage to our ancestors in Rochester, from Rochester to Auburn. Okay, and we're going to be paying homage to Frederick Douglass, Chief Logan, Dr. Charles Lunsford, and Harriet Tubman. So if you want to be a part of this situation, it's going down August the 4th, 10 a.m. Okay, so if you want to, it's $35 a person. You want to be a part of that. That includes the tour, the lecture, and the food. It's going down. You can purchase your tickets online at the Lighthouse, upstate New York. Okay, and we are looking for vendors. If you want to be a part of this, if you are a business and you want to be a part of the vending, just simply give that phone number on the bottom of the screen a call so you can be a part of this crazy lituation. We appreciate you. So come on out. We love to connect with the family. We have a blast every time we connect. It's undeniable, the energy that's in the room. You want to get around people that are like-minded. You understand? We're talking about this energy and getting connected with the right frequency, with the right vibration. And this is your family. I mean, just look how deep your family is. We plays no games when we come out. Okay, we've gone on trips to Las Vegas with one another, things of that nature, Atlanta, wherever we want to go, that's where we go. Lighthouse, North Carolina, Lighthouse, New York. I mean, your family is deep. Lighthouse, Dallas. We plays no games here in the Lighthouse. So if you're one of those individuals, you find yourself alone and you need that energy around you, then you want to get involved. Figure out where the Lighthouse is, the major city near you, so you can get connected to the Lighthouse experience. Okay, with that being said, family, may the divine force in me greet the divine force in you. Take this lesson and run with it. Study up on your trees. I'm gonna drop some more. I'm gonna drop something for you, family, so that y'all can understand what trees you need to be around and which ones you need to stay away from. Okay, and how to find them, how to locate them, to know what they look like. I love you. Do-I, 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 do-I. Ashe, family, and peace.